Hey, it's Tiffany, welcome back to Mellow Vibes. I didn't really plan on making a video today. I kind of just thought I'd have that be a weekday thing, but whatever. I'm having breakfast, even though it's 1 o'clock, but yeah, I keep waking up around the 11-ish hour, 11:30-ish, because I keep going to sleep around 3. Yeah. I am having a turmeric cacao chai and one of my energy balls that I made the other day. Looks really good. Looks like fudge, which I guess basically kind of is. So, except there's no sugar in it. Well, there might be like a decimal point of sugar because I have like a couple tablespoons of peanut butter in here. But this was cacao, peanut butter, flax seeds, moringa. There's actually black rice in here. I have the whole thing written down. I just was like, what's going to work together? And I just wrote it down. I took no measurements. I don't typically measure. I try to make recipes and then I just like don't. I can actually get like right measurements, but really good. Saturday, I don't really have anything planned. I don't do work on the weekends. I set that boundary a long time ago. A few years ago, because I used to work all the time. I think everybody knows, or if you are self-employed, it's like really hard to stop working, because it's like your business is you, you are your business. And but I stopped doing that a few years ago, and and I already like I've things that I'm thinking about doing, but I'm just like it's saved till Monday. So I didn't finish the song, but I got 2 verses and a chorus done. So really happy about it. I was stopping after the first verse and the chorus, but then I was washing dishes and then like the next verse came to me. So I'm almost done. And yeah, so that's really about it. Saturdays, I don't really do anything. I don't really do anything on the weekends. I mean, it's another, at this point it's another day since I'm not like officially like working anywhere. Like I said, I need to have like an official job for something that I'm doing. But right now I'm just doing like my freelance stuff, my own things. Actually Saturdays, well, los fines de semana yo trato de hablar español todo el día. Pues ahora yo hago 4 horas los sábados, 4 horas los domingos, solo hablando español. And usualmente yo empiezo a las 4 para eso. So I'll like watch something in Spanish, or I'm not gonna translate what I just said. So I don't know. I usually watch something in Spanish. Like I used to do like a whole 8 hours on Saturdays of speaking Spanish, and that'd be my one day to do it like a full day of Spanish. And then it really annoyed people around me, so I split it into 2. So I'll do like 4 as part of what I said. I do 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday. Typically sometimes it doesn't even happen. I'll usually just do the one day because I for some reason end up doing stuff. It's usually like one of the days ends up getting taken for something. So anyway, I didn't really have to work on that or like focus on doing my Spanish days, my Spanish hours or whatever. Just a little while ago because I was in the Dominican Republic, so I was speaking Spanish all the time. So we'll see what I get into today. Last week I got into this really interesting movie with Geraldine Chaplin. Didn't ever think about Charlie Chaplin, never thought about him having children or whatever, but his daughter's an actress. And and so she was in this movie, and it took place in Dominican Republic in Las Terrenas. I haven't gone to that part yet. I kind of want to, but I know that's actually where part of me wants to go to Las Terrenas, part of me doesn't, because I'm like, I know that's where like all the foreigners are. Like it's largely European, so which is kind of weird. But anyway, so it took place there, and it was like she's fallen in love with this Dominican woman. I like that it was actually it actually had like it was in French, Spanish, and English, because she was French. Obviously, the woman was Dominican, so she speaks Spanish, and then there was like English parts. So it was a mix. But like I needed to find something that was Afro Latino. It really is crazy to me when I think about. I was saying this to my friend the other day. Like I think about how we grew up having like Black television shows, and there really, that I've seen, isn't that for Spanish speaking people. There's no Black television shows. Everything that I end up watching is is white Spanish speaking people. It's really frustrating to me. So, or you'll see, mixed Spanish speaking people, which is like what people are typically used to seeing is mixed Spanish speaking people. Okay, we're running out of time. So like, even that's rare to see like a brown Spanish speaking person. Like, they'll either be like white or more of the white indigenous mix, but they're fair. And and I'm like, those are not the Spanish speaking people that I know. I rarely ever see white Spanish speaking people. So it's really irritating that like when you want to watch something in Spanish, it's white people. Like, where are the Black Spanish speaking people? Where are the Afro Latinos? Because they are everywhere. And so you might see a sprinkle of a Black person or a browner person. Like, one of my favorite novellas actually is El Clon. And there was like Black people in that, like 2 or 3, no, like 4, but there was some, and it took place in like Miami. Half of it was like in Miami. So that there was that show Siempre Bruja, and that was on Netflix. They only had 2 seasons of that. And that was a Colombian, and there was a few Black people in that. So, but it's really frustrating to me. So like I started watching this movie with like Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem last week, and then I was just like, I can't. I was like, I need to see like some color. I really do. So I like Googled Afro Latino like movies and shows or whatever, and that's how I came across the movie that I watched. That even though it had a white, one of the main characters was white, the other main character was a Dominican woman, Afro Dominican woman, and there was other Black people around. So yeah, so we'll see what I get into today, because I'll have to try to find something else. Okay, so I'm back because I was just thinking, okay, so I talked about Siempre Bruja. I don't want to go into a whole tangent, but I talked about Siempre Bruja, and I will have to say that like when they're showing the Black people that are in these Spanish speaking shows, it seems to always be like there's some struggle again. Like this could be a whole thing, because obviously slavery hit South America, Latin America area before it came up to the United States, like 100 years before. So there's still all of that stuff. Siempre Bruja, the main character was an enslaved person, and then she goes to the future. And then I'm thinking about El Clone, actually. I mean, it's this grand story, but when I rewatched it, I was just really annoyed that I'm like, this Black woman, who's one of the main or supporting characters, it's like she had to struggle so much, and like they're literally trying to take her child from her because he's white and saying that she can't be his mother. And so like there's always a struggle as a Black character, and like the only other show that I watched that had a significant amount of Black people in it was because it was about being enslaved. It was slave times in Colombia, another show, which was La Esclava Blanca. And so obviously there's a real issue here, but it's like I'm really glad that I grew up having Black shows, because like I can't imagine being an Afro Latino in a Spanish speaking country, and it's like there's literally no representation. Or if it is, it's, you know, a slave production. So yeah, it's rough. The only good representation that's popping up with me right now is this Peruvian movie, and I've been wanting to listen to more Peruvian Spanish, and I found this Peruvian movie on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called right now. Something despedirte. Something. It's like something with a goodbye in it, and it was really good. And there was like a mix. There was a white Peruvian. There was a indigenous. There was an Afro Peruvian, and so I liked. There was definitely the mixture of people, which is, you know, real life. So that one I appreciated. That's a new movie, like that just came out. I just watched it like earlier this year, and that's on Netflix. So yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick because I'm just like, wait a minute. The only time I've seen Black people was like in a kind of slavery situation on Spanish speaking things. So if you know of any Spanish speaking show or movie that actually has Afro Latinos in it, please drop that in my comments so I can watch. And it's really frustrating to me that Netflix has just an abundance of Spanish things. And when I say Spanish, I mean Spain. I'm like, where's the Dominican stuff? Where's the Venezuelan stuff? Where are these productions, and where can I find them? So it's usually Spanish, Spain, or the next would be Colombia. Yeah, and then Mexico. So I'm like, where's the other stuff? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Peace again, and Mellow Vibes.